I'll be showcasing Wukong from Kingdom Rush Alliance and sharing a few advanced tips through which you can master his gameplay. By the end of this video, you will be able to decide whether you want this hero, is he good for your playstyle or not, and all questions to be answered. So let's get into it. And if you want to see more gameplay of Wukong and Bamboo Masters, you can definitely check out the stream done on Steam by community manager of the arena. She also showcased the new hero and the tower, which is awesome to see. Go and wishlist the DLC if you haven't, and let's continue.
Monkey business!
Let's start off with the basics. Speed Wukong has is comparatively same as Nairu if I have to think about it, so he's pretty decent with the micro too. As for his first ability, Wukong spawns in two haired clones of him which deals normal amount of damage. The second ability is his apprentice who always follows him but has a chance of dealing a huge area damage. And third one just lets him stun enemies on the ground for pretty good amount of time. As we take a look at his next ability, which is the insta kill ability, which I normally like to use on the annoying enemies which can be killed through the insta kill. Next one is a spell which is pretty OP just by the fact it deals 2 damage. And in case if I forgot to mention, Wukong also deals 2 damage. So yes, that makes him pretty much strong. He doesn't deal physical or anything else, he just deals 2 damage. Wukong is a very solo type hero, so you would rather want him to just stay in one lane or even micro him all around the map depending on the situations your strategy goes in, which would make him just fighting enemies all by himself and using that abilities in your own advantage. But microing is something which is a must with Wukong. He's not type of the hero you would just place him in one lane and just never move it, just like the other dragons. So I'm gonna share 3 of my favorite pair-ups, hero combinations which I like to use with Wukong.
Here comes your grandpa son!
Let's start off with a little bit of starter hero combination I would consider. The starter hero I like to use the most with Wukong is Nairu. Nairu pairs up with Wukong pretty much very well, I would consider. Who usually likes to use the starter heroes, Nairu is gonna be the best choice for you. Nairu can even slow down enemies, help Wukong with the healing, because Wukong requires healing quite too much when he is in normal 1-to-1 battles. Second one, and so far my favorite one so far, Charecter and Wukong. Both of these heroes pair up so much well, and I enjoy using this entire combination the most. Yes, 2 of the S tier kind of character in the same team. The Wukong can be just placed in one lane and they can kind of take care of it. Both of them requires a strategical micro I would consider with Charecter, so you can always make the best use out of his each death and so much on. And as for Wukong, he can just stall lanes, he can just even kill the enemies you hate to face the most. Let's get to the last one and then I'll share a few great tips. It had to be my Cosmere and Wukong. I'll be honest, this is a dragon and a Wukong combination. It's actually satisfying using both of them, I'm not gonna lie. But I will be honest, you can use literally any hero with Wukong, even Raylan, and still you will enjoy the game, because the one you're gonna micro the most and getting the best output out of is Wukong. You can just put the other hero in just one lane and not even care about it, and just use Wukong throughout the level and you will still have fun if you like micro, of course.
Monkey business!
One greatest tip for every Wukong user would be find your target. Basically simple, just how to preserve Wukong's insta-kill ability for that one right enemy which is gonna be countering your entire strategy. Any enemy which you are not happy to face against unless it's a flyer, but that's completely different case because Wukong can take care of that one enemy. So you have to become someone like a sniper where you just micro him to the point that Wukong just attacks that one character which you don't want and just deletes him out of the game. Normally with other heroes you would more prefer to have a dark army hero and a Linearian hero to keep a little bit of balance between the faction and slowing down enemies and healing your allies, all of that stuff. But with Wukong, I would rather tell you to use 2 Linearian heroes. The reason behind it is keeping Wukong in a 1-to-1 battle for the longest. You would rather want him to heal as soon as possible so he just doesn't die. So any way through which you can actually just heal Wukong as soon as possible, that's going to be the best for him, because he has that insta kill ability which you just want to use on right enemies at right time. And Wukong isn't considered a tank, yet a great crowd controller. If you can use paladin reinforcements and pair up with this, what you can just get is a complete 1-lane blockage for the enemies. You can just stall them out very much more easily. It can also help artillery based strategy a lot, so using Wukong as a crowd controller, damage dealer and a duelist, he performs all of these roles very well. Yet you would also always want to keep in mind that flyers exist and they can be an issue against Wukong specifically, but his spell can hit in the air, but you don't want to use it on flyers, rather make your strategy better, of course. So these were my kind of opinions and tips I can give you while using Wukong, I would consider. So if you have any questions, you can drop them in the comment section down below. Subscribe, go and wishlist the DLC from the link in the description down below. Is Wukong worth it? Definitely yes.